What's up guys, it's your style guy Tony and welcome to lecture 10. Today's lecture we're gonna talk about coats. Now in this video I want to provide you a general understanding of what to look for in coats and what different fabric and different details give, and then after that I will group coats into 3 different categories. Basically the essential ones, so that is single-breasted versus double-breasted, and then more of the sophisticated ones, which is trench coat versus mat coats, and then whatever characteristic that you want to imply and you want to show off, that will be the 3rd category, which is your coat. So if you're wondering which coats to buy next and what coat you need in your wardrobe, this video will definitely help you, so let's get started. Alright, so let me give you a quick understanding of how different fabrics feel. First of all, wool coats. You're gonna find wool coats the most, and then wool coats basically provide a warm, sophisticated feel, and it's not gonna be too heavy. However, it is heaviest out of all the coats that I can think of. The second one is the cotton coats. Cotton-based coats are more casual than wool coats, and obviously because it's gonna be thinner, like cotton usually processed way thinner than wool, so then that's gonna provide less of the warmth. And then wool and cashmere. Cashmere is lighter than wool, however warmer than wool. So that's gonna end up in a pretty high quality coat, and usually cashmere coats are probably one of the most expensive ones. Usually they won't use 100% cashmere, it's too delicate, so it will be a mix of wool and cashmere. And then the last one is synthetic materials. Usually it will be out of polyester and mix up other synthetic materials, but that basically provides a similar feel with wool. And I will show you later because I do have a polyester coat, and oftentimes people mistake it as 100% wool coat, and I'll show you. So that basically covers everything that you have to know for coats, and I wanted to cut to the chase because I don't want to waste your time. Anyway, I will start with the polyester coat. As mentioned, I do have one, and this is, I think 90% polyester, but it basically looks the same as a wool coat, right? By the way, since I'm wearing this, I will talk about single-breasted and double-breasted, but yeah, this is how synthetic coats look. I would recommend this if you are not into, not into coat outfits. Honestly, I don't really go out like this. When I do, it looks pretty decent, but I don't really go out like this that often, so I didn't want to invest a lot of money into coats. That's what I would recommend it for. Alright, so then, comparing single-breasted and double-breasted. Single-breasted, as you can see, it provides that minimal feel, because it's single-breasted. Less buttons, because double-breasted there's going to be more buttons here. So single-breasted, less buttons, usually the lapels are shorter than double-breasted. Double-breasted, I will try to make this double, but if this were to be double-breasted, the lapels would probably go all the way down here, inside, and then the outer one would usually come down somewhere here. So the lapels for single-breasted are usually shorter. So if you're more into the minimal look, I would recommend the single-breasted, and if you're more into the sophisticated, well-prepared, well-thought-out outfit, and you want to give more of a characteristic, I would recommend the double-breasted. Double-breasted give more of a character to your outfit, and then single-breasted, because everyone has it and people are so used to it, they will be like, oh, it's a nice coat. But anyway, yeah, I'm surprised that this was 100%, 90% polyester. When I bought it, I didn't know it was just $140, so I was like, oh, it looks nice for the price. But that was basically why the material wasn't 100% wool. If this design was 100% wool, I feel like it would be 300 to maybe even 500. But since I'm not a coat person, that's why I didn't invest that much. So if you're a student or you just want to test out how coats feel, I do recommend polyester coats. It's not a bad choice. Oh, and since I was talking about the lapels, I want to briefly give you different characteristics of a coat. So basically, what you gotta consider is the collar / the lapel of a coat. This part, it can be peaked lapel, it can be shoal lapel, or it can be this, just a regular notch lapel. So those are the things that you gotta consider. And then also the shoulder part here, depending on which coat you get. If you get mat coats and trench coats, usually they will have something, I'm gonna take that out. They will have something like this here. That basically bumps up the volume of your shoulder, so it makes it appear like you have wider shoulders. So that's pretty nice if you have really smaller body shape like me. That will be pretty nice detail. I'm not sure if I do have double-breasted coats at home. My brother might have it, so I'm gonna check it out. Alright, he doesn't have it, but he did have some nice houndstooth coat, so that's what I snatched out of him. That's what I snatched out of him. So this is how houndstooth basically look compared to the all gray one. if you see from afar, it gives more of a pebble shape. It looks like there's like black dots on the coat. That makes it more prepared, more like someone from like a wealthy background. That's the impression that I get. I don't know if it's just me, but that's the impression that I get. And then in terms of minimal coats or single or double breasted, the colors that I recommend is going from gray, black, navy, and brown, and then like beige, brown beige, green, and like other different colors. Those are kind of like after you have navy and gray coats, unless you have a really specific taste on colors. That's what I would recommend. Gray and navy are the most versatile ones. So that is pretty much it for single breasted and double breasted coats. And in this video, what I wanted to emphasize is that depending on your coat, your outfit can entirely change, so pick your coats wisely. So this was more of a simple, minimal, single breasted coat, right? And then I'm gonna move on to the matte coats and trench coats. Since I don't have a matte coat, I will just, oh sorry for the noise, I will just go to the trench coat. This is a trench coat that has a lot of details. It's like insanely, because there's like double collars here, double lapels here, and then there's this pocket detail here, pocket here, zipper here, and then what else? There's the neck strap that I can also do. I've never done this, but maybe I should when it's super cold.
So, how do I do this?
It kind of looks like BDSM. I don't know, looks weird. It looks like I'm in a hospital. Looks like I'm in a mental hospital. So anyway, it has got a lot, it's got a lot of details. That's what I like about it. That's why I picked this coat, because to me, trench coat, I want to have more detail, and that's the outfit that I like. And then going back to trench coat versus matte coat, what I would suggest is that trench coats, it give more of a casual look, and then matte coats is more of a formal, and you look like you're gonna carry like a suitcase, or like what's it called, the briefcase, the one with the laptop bag, basically. It looks like that, and that's the impression that I get. So depending on your style, if you're more into like a casual mood and you just want to put this on and go out, run out, then go for a trench coat. If you want to have more of a educated, like businessman type of look, go for a matte coat. And as I mentioned, I want to show you how a single coat can basically diversify your outfit. And this is how the trench looks like. So this trench is more of a military based coat, and it gives somewhat of like a workwear feel. Not a workwear feel, but it gives a masculine feel. So what I like to do is layer this workwear jacket and then layer this coat. That gives a pretty nice layering detail. I'm not sure if it will show on video, but having this, it gives a pretty nice layering detail, right? You can see like a bit of hint of that jacket here. That's all you can see. Like the middle part, the trench coat hides it. That's kind of the subtle layering that I like. And yeah, that's how coats can fully change your outfit. So I do recommend picking the right coat for you. So I've covered single-breasted, double-breasted, trench coats, and matte coats. That's basically the most basic coats you need. So depending on your style, I do recommend picking one from each categories that I've just mentioned. So if you're more of a minimal person, I would go for a single-breasted, and then matte coat and trench coat, I feel like it's a really like, it depends on the person. Like it's really personal preference, because both of them can go really well with minimal outfits. And then if you're more of a workwear person, I would probably look for double-breasted and then go for a trench coat. And then if you want to have that city boy look, I would go for a single-breasted and then a matte coat, like oversized matte coat. That always appears on city boy looks. That's what I would go for. So depending on the style that you want to build, make sure you pick your items wisely. And then the next one is more of the denim coats. I don't really have a denim coat or any special coats, but this is like a denim jacket which comes close to a length of a coat. This is the mood that it gives. It's more of a workwear feel, and it gives a rugged out, really masculine look, in my opinion. Oh, I do have a somewhat of a special coat. I almost forgot. I have this Maharishi cotton coat. So this is how cotton fabric looks like. It's really thin, as you can see, super thin, not too much warmth. I would wear this during like spring, summer, and fall. Spring, not summer, spring, fall. That's when I would wear it. Let me increase the light a bit so that you can see better when I'm far. So now you can see it better, right? This is the feel that cotton coats provide. It's more of a really casual. This is nothing formal, but like obviously the details are nothing formal. But as you can see, this coat just provides that more of the Asian ethnic workwear feel because of this collar. And that's how different coats can provide. Oh, this is blinding me. That's how different coats can provide different looks. Basically, I didn't change anything in the inners or the bottoms, and then depending on the coat that I wore, it fully changed my mood. So really recommend analyzing your style, analyzing your wardrobe, and be like, what kind of coats would fit my wardrobe the best? Now that I'm almost at the end of this video, I feel like this video might end up pretty short, but it's full of information, I think. That's what I hope it is, because I try to shorten my videos as much as possible to convey you the information as fast as possible in the most brief form, and that's why I also talk fast. I talk fast because of the engineering background. Maybe this is out of the video topic, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I think this might end up in a pretty short form, but anyway, I hope you guys saw what different coats can do, and wish you the best on selecting your coats. If you have any comments or any concerns which coats to buy, like this one versus that one, then leave it in the comments. I always check my comments instantly, I think, or a day or two. During the weekends I don't really check my comments, but I normally check my comments, so leave it in the comments. And as always, if you watched up to this point, obviously you enjoyed this video, so give it a like, subscribe, and share it to your friends, and see you in my other lectures. Bye! Lecture 11 is gonna be maybe about layering. I think since it's winter, it might be about layering. So see you in my other ones.